Did you know the bob can actually make you look older if you're wearing it the wrong way? But here's the twist. When done right, a bob can take years off your face, lift your whole look, and even make thinning or grey hair look fuller and more elegant. In this video, I'm breaking down the real rules of wearing a bob after 60. We're going deeper than just short versus long. You'll learn how to match your bob to your face shape, your hair texture, even your personal style, so you never walk out of the salon disappointed again. And make sure you stay until the end, because I'll reveal one bob style that almost no one talks about, yet it might be the most flattering one for women in their 60s and beyond. First off, let's talk about why the bob never goes out of style. It's polished, it's versatile, and when your hair starts thinning or turning grey, a bob gives structure and volume that longer styles just can't. Plus, it's low maintenance only when you choose the right kind. But here's the problem. Many women over 60 stick with the same bob they had in their 40s. And our face shape, skin tone, and hair texture change with age. That's why the bob needs to evolve with you. So let's break it down. What makes a bob work and what makes it flop? So let's talk about finding your length. Length plays a bigger role than most of us realize. As we age, our face shape changes, and the haircut that once looked amazing in our 40s or early 50s might not be doing us any favors now. Choosing the right bob length can make a huge difference in how fresh, lifted, and balanced your face looks. When the bob is cut too short or too blunt in the wrong place, it can make the face appear wider or emphasize areas that we might prefer to soften. On the other hand, a well-placed length can create a gentle frame around your face that flatters your natural features and gives everything a lifted look without any effort. If your face is on the rounder side or your cheeks are fuller, it's usually better to go just a little longer. A collarbone-length bob adds a touch of elegance and helps create the illusion of a longer face. This style draws the eye down and brings balance to softer features. It also works beautifully if your neck has started to feel a little less firm. A longer bob skims over that area without drawing attention to it. If your jawline is more defined or you've always had a slim, elegant neck, a classic chin-length bob can look incredibly chic. It highlights the jaw in a flattering way and gives a polished, put-together appearance. Women who still have good cheekbone definition often find that this length gives a sculpted look without being harsh. For those who notice their face is getting more angular with age, or if volume is being lost in the cheeks, a shorter bob with some stacking in the back can work wonders. This adds volume and softness exactly where you need it. A stacked bob gently curves around the back of the head and gives lift near the crown, which can make the face appear more youthful and full. Now that we've looked at how important length is, the next key part of the puzzle is layering. That's where things can really come to life and bring movement and shape to your bob. Let's get into how layers can help you look even better. A blunt one-length bob might sound sleek in theory, but in real life, especially after 50 or 60, it can do more harm than good. A heavy, flat bob can pull your features down, emphasize jowls or sagging skin, and make fine or thinning hair look even thinner. For many women, it just feels too stiff and lifeless. That's why layers are such an important part of a flattering bob. But here's the thing, not all layers are created equal. It's all about how and where those layers are placed. The best kind of layers for mature women are soft and subtle. When placed around the cheekbones or jawline, they help bring focus to the center of your face. This kind of framing adds movement and draws the eye away from areas we may feel less confident about, like the neck or lower cheeks. It's a simple shift that makes a huge difference. One very flattering option is a stacked bob. This means shorter layers in the back that gradually get longer toward the front. It adds natural lift at the crown without needing a lot of teasing, blow-drying, or product. The volume in the back helps balance out the face and gives the illusion of fullness, especially helpful if your hair has gotten finer over the years. What you want to avoid are harsh, choppy layers or those razor-thin ends that can sometimes be popular in trendier styles. Those can look edgy on younger faces, but they tend to exaggerate the texture of mature skin and leave the hair looking sparse. The goal is softness, not sharpness. Now that the cut and shape are coming together, it's time to focus on one of the most overlooked parts of pulling off a bob at this age, which is your part. Believe it or not, how you part your hair can completely change the feel of your look. The way you part your hair might seem like a small thing, but it can completely change how your bob looks and how your face looks too. After 50, it's not just about what's trendy. It's about what flatters your current face shape, hair texture, and even how much volume you have left. A deep side part is often the most forgiving and flattering option for mature women. It instantly softens your features and helps lift the face. If your hair is thinning on top, or you've lost volume at the crown, this kind of part can create a little boost and make your style look fuller without any teasing or styling tricks. It's also a lovely way to frame the eyes and soften forehead lines. Center parts, on the other hand, can be tricky. On some women, they look elegant and modern, especially if your bob is on the longer side and your cheekbones are still well defined. But if your hair is fine or tends to fall flat, a center part can make your face look wider or more tired. If you're dealing with thinning roots or more visible scalp, something as simple as a zigzag part can work wonders. It breaks up the line so that the scalp isn't as exposed and adds visual interest. A slightly off-center or gently messy part also gives that same benefit. It's a quick way to camouflage grey roots if you're between touch-ups or transitioning to grey. And here's a little maintenance tip that a lot of women forget. Try shifting your part every so often. If you keep your part in the exact same spot for years, it can eventually lead to thinning or even a visible track line in that area. Just nudging it over ½ an inch now and then can help keep that area healthier and thicker in the long run. Now let's keep the glow going. Since we've touched on illusion and framing, it's the perfect time to dive into color. Whether you embrace your grey or add some brightness, your bob should work with your color, not against it. Every great bob deserves a color that brings it to life. And if you've gone grey or are thinking about it, don't worry, you still have plenty of beautiful, flattering options. The right color doesn't just brighten your hair, it can make your skin look healthier, your eyes stand out, and your whole look feel fresher and more modern. Blended greys are one of the most elegant choices for women over 60. If your natural grey is coming in patchy or dull, adding soft silver or pearl-toned highlights can create that multi-dimensional effect. It keeps your bob from looking flat and adds movement without needing drastic changes. It's the kind of subtle detail that makes your hair look polished and intentional. Another option that works beautifully on thinning hair is root smudging. This technique gently blends the root area with a slightly deeper tone, which adds the look of depth and fullness. It's especially helpful if your scalp is starting to show more or your hair is finer at the crown. It's like adding a little shadow in the right places. It lifts and fills without extra effort. One thing to be cautious of is solid, one-color dyes, especially in very dark shades. Black or deep brown with no variation can look harsh against aging skin. It tends to emphasize fine lines and can drain the warmth from your face. Even if that was your go-to shade for years, softening it as you age often looks more flattering and natural. Warm tones are a great choice if you're not quite ready to go fully grey or white. Shades like honey blonde, warm beige, champagne, or soft caramel blend beautifully with greying strands. These colours catch the light in all the right ways and give a soft glow to your face. They also work well with most skin tones and tend to grow out more gracefully. Now, have you found your signature bob style yet? Share what's worked for you. And if you enjoyed watching this video, you will definitely love this next one.